Welcome back, Five Colored fans. We have got something amazing to talk about. That's right, Dungeons & Dragons entering the realm of Magic the Gathering coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. I'm glad you're all here today and happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. See the shirt? I think it lines up in the video. All right, guys. Welcome back. Hope you guys are kicking back on St. Patrick's Day, having a nice relaxing day. Hope things have worked out well for you. And if you're new to my channel and you somehow found me out here, thanks a lot for taking the time. I guess the YouTube algorithm's working hard for me today, and you found my channel. And please stick around for a while. Enjoy a nice video. I hope you enjoy the content. And of course, for my regular viewers who continue to grow, remember, you're all awesome. I hope you're having a fantastic day with some nachos and cheese, because that's my favorite thing. Little jalapenos on the side, and you get to kick back today. Now, today's going to be a discussion day, a conversation with a little bit of hopes and fears that I have for an upcoming Magic set. And I'm going to be touching more and more on this set, and I'll be covering it more and more than I normally would for newer sets, because I tend to cover old things, you guys know. I'm known for my financials. I'm known for checking out old stuff, but a lot of the time I actually cover a lot of new products. I've just been so absorbed with covering the old stuff. But Dungeons & Dragons is... It's something I've really been looking forward to, and you guys have seen it. I've done a couple of old videos on it already that go back several months as soon as they announced it, but it's coming up, and you can tell from my background here, I've changed things up. There's a lot of D&D stuff here. Now, in case you guys didn't know, over here, Player's Handbook 2nd edition. Now, sorry, everything's reversed. I was forgetting the camera. 2nd edition, you can see, this poor baby, well loved, man. This tape was put on back in 1988, I think, when I opened it so much in that first couple of years. Black tape covering an inside seam breach. But man, D&D, baby. I remember endless hours, man, going through all this stuff, scouring the lore, the history of Dungeons & Dragons. And it has, just like Magic, it's older than Magic. And it has a very rich, diverse history and traditions following it. There is a big chance Wizards can mess this up. There's a big risk to the future of doing products like this if they don't do it correctly. So when I thought about this, and I talked to you all out there, it's because I have high hopes, but my hopes are tempered with all kinds of fears of what could go wrong. Now, over there, you're going to see Adventures in Forgotten Realms. Isn't it funny that a book title is also the title of an adventure book they created? And right above my head is a 1973 original sealed package of miniatures from D&D. The little pewter miniatures we used to get as kids. They were like, $2 each. Now they're worth like 50. It's ridiculous. Yes, I hoard my stuff, okay? Don't make me bring out the band hammer on you guys. So I just want to go over a few of the things that I want to talk about. I'd like to, of course, get everyone's opinion, because unlike some channels, I like to interact with you guys and know what you're thinking and going on, and see if, what your predictions are, what you think will happen. So when this all comes to pass, you can reminisce and talk about it, right? Now, first off, all right, I know, good old Player's Handbook, right? 1st edition, guys. Oh, I still have it here somewhere in the background. Now, they've got to continue on with the lore. They're going to Forgotten Realms, so I expect there to be a lot of the little Easter eggs and hidden story bits that I expect to see as a longtime D&D player. Now, unlike some people, though, I'm trapped at 2nd edition. I never went past 2nd edition. So my D&D history basically ends in 1993. I never went past it. I don't want to invest in new books and new rules and new ways of doing it. Okay, I'm an old school 1st and 2nd edition player who never went anywhere else. I have all the books, literally every book from 2nd edition. And I kept them all, because you guys know I like to hoard my stuff. I don't get rid of it. So, that said, I'm expecting Wizards to work with TSR to give us a rich, lore-filled story history of this world. Probably in the flavor text of the cards, but there's nothing saying that they won't drop a really cool video, make reference to it in storybooks, like novels we can buy. They probably will go all out for a product like this because it's intertwining two worlds and trying to bring them together. Expect there to be a lot of product with this. Novels are probably planned, I would think. They'll probably have all kinds of little story hints going on, and maybe even in the game itself, I would almost expect there to be, like we have the party mechanic we're going to discuss in a few seconds, but there could be like treasure. You know what I mean? Like, you know, usually there's a treasure advancement at the end, so I could expect to see characters like heroes that can advance. They could easily bring that kind of stuff back, right? Level up abilities totally could be there again, which would be epic for a set like this. But at the same time, they could skip this stuff. They could not give us a rich history for fear that it will skew the series. They may be a little more bland and worried and be tepid about what they're going to put into this set, and that would be a mistake. I would assume they've talked and done their research, and they talked to people out there to see what they would want in a set like this, and anyone who says that they didn't expect to see the party mechanic work would be crazy. Every time I've faced the party mechanic so far in Arena, I have never lost beating them, and when I've used the party mechanic, I have never won a match. I did a video on this a couple months ago where I played an entire weekend and lost every single match. Every one. Because the party mechanic does not work with what is out there facing off against you right now. So, I predicted back then that Strixhaven, following through to D&D, we're going to see the merging and the finale of the party mechanic system where everything should be in place to allow these decks to win. If they don't do it correctly, though, then the party mechanic will be a complete flop and it never went anywhere, which is a waste of everyone's time. Which means Wizards didn't think properly, and their R&D is a horrible department that everyone should be fired and rehired with new people that are looking forethought into what's going out there. You have to know what's coming up in your standard sets and how they'll interact with each other. So I have a fear of that, right? I have hope that it will work out, but my fear is far greater than my hope because I haven't won a single match ever. And I've tried different, even cleric decks, man. There's just too many decks out there that can beat on them, clear the board, wipe them out. And in D&D, that doesn't really happen to the hero parties, right? They may get picked off and injured, but they keep coming back. And that's what I want to see. So, I'm hoping. But my last and greatest fear for this set, the thing I truly fear, is a little bit of text I read at the bottom of the Gamepedia page, where it said the visuals of the cards will tell the story, and it will feature favorite quotes in flavor text from D&D characters. I don't want to see a quote. I want to see Elminster firing fireballs. That's what I expect to see, okay? I am expecting that we are going to see cards like Fireball, Lightning Bolt, Magic Missile. I'm expecting cards like that. Bag of Holding. I'm expecting some creatures like a Displacer Beast, an Umber Hulk. I'm expecting those kind of things to happen in this set, okay? Because they're typical, amazing D&D monsters. Maybe even a Beholder. Wouldn't that be cool? All right? But will they bring in epic heroes from those sets? There it just says you'll see them in flavor text. If you don't put a Drista Warden, a Regis, a Wolfgar, that'll be really disappointing, and it would be a huge mistake for Wizards to make that mistake. Because it could skew, if the sales don't go well, Wizards could pull back and say, okay, this didn't work, we can't mix these two things together, we'll have to keep them separated. If that happens, and a lot of us who've dreamed of this just get smashed. So let's remember that, people. Let's hope Wizards did this. Wizards out there, you guys out there who don't watch my channel, I hope you're paying attention to this, and I hope you do something about it, because I will be really disappointed. I may not tell you how disappointed I am out there. I may not tell you guys, but I may be far more disappointed than I let on. Right? I'll tell you right now, if I don't see heroes in the game, I will be devastated. I won't talk about it anymore. Yes, I will. I'll grump and groan the whole way through. You guys know me. I'll be like, no! Because we love our D&D characters, man. That's why we want to buy a set of Dungeons & Dragons, is to have, like, look, where is it? Where is it? Look, I got Drist Warden right here in Lego. I want to see Drist. I've got boxes, every single novel. I've got his sword over there. I do. So can you imagine if they don't do this? It would be devastating. I hope they plan this out properly. I'm hoping this is some cool culmination of what will happen together. I'm expecting some cool legendary lands like Waterdeep, the city. I want to see that as a city that adds mana to your mana pool. I want to see Thay. Now, just, as a quick little upsert before we're done, what I'm actually thinking is going to happen possibly is just bringing in the gods. Bring in Helm, Lathlander Morning Lord, Right, like bring in Marasta, bring in gods from Forgotten Realms, because that matches, you know, Theros and Kaldheim and other planes of existence that they've done already. That might be their first step, which would be a little disappointing, but it might be acceptable for some people depending on how they play it. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Will they bring in gods? Will they bring in the heroes? What do you guys think is going to happen out there? Because your opinion matters to me. Guys, have a great one today. This is MTG Moxman, and remember, D&D better be an epic set. They really not. They just, no. Don't mess up D&D. Whatever you do, don't mess up D&D, Wizards. Come on, man. I have faith in you. Don't mess up my D&D. Please keep it cool. And let's visit Dragonlance. That would be so epic. Or Greyhawk. You're still here? You better clean up that popcorn off the floor as I open this pack. Because we have a little bit of time. Why not? We deserve it. First off, let's see what we get here. What do we gotta do here? Like this? Okay. We got Zygus, the heartbeat guy. Into the Royal. It's kind of cool. Hour of Revelations. Very cool. And hey, here's a code for you guys. Can you see that code? That's all you get. Guys, have a great one, man. I look forward to seeing you soon.